Snaps, you too. What's the big old deal, man? This is y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy. We back with another one, man. Hey, catch this game though, right? And really catch it though, man. You know, while we on this blacktop, man, that legacy that you pick up, that you run with, it's go in right where you started at. You know what I'm saying? It's go in, it's go where you started, it's go in. You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of us don't think about the long haul, homie. A lot of us don't think about, damn, what life look like when we get in our 50s and our 60s. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stay in the same spot forever. I repeat, man, once you recognize your game and your power, I mean, we got this shit called black power, man. This black magic shit, that feng shui, that shit you could just walk in like we destined to be winners, nigga. We chosen ones, homie. So, I'm going down a rabbit hole and I'm looking at the situation. I'm like, damn, these gentlemen are in their 50s and 60s. See what I'm saying? It's like you hear that. Damn, I didn't know life was going to end up like this. All that work I was putting in the streets, just trying to make $1, just trying to feed my kids. Damn, all fucked up now. Now I'm sitting in a 6x9 in a kennel. It's about the size of a bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Reading books and drinking coffee and walking the yard. I ain't never leaving here. That's going to be that story if a nigga don't really pick up what a nigga writing down, homie. So with that being said, let's get into this content. But before we get into the content, excuse me, I got to play that clip one more time. Nigga, that clip, man, you know what I'm saying? It was some gangster shit being said in this motherfucker. So we're going to play this one more time. We're going to get to the content. Let go.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let the homie mummies. Let the homie mummies. Hey, check this out though. Check this out though, world. Go ahead, cuz. It's like this though. I wouldn't be out here like this if I had a motherfucking job. All right? First of all, they want to lock us up. That's all they want to do. You understand me? Check this out. Like this though, white people want to put us under. That's how we want to see us under, all right? But check this out. Why in the fuck? If we go to jail, and you wear red, I wear blue, I'm gonna help you if somebody trip on you. You gonna help me if somebody trip on me. Why the fuck we can't do that out here? I'm gone. Peace, black people.
Put up the sign, peace, dog.
Hey, fuck that shit, nigga. If a nigga don't pay me, nigga don't give me no job, I'm a robber by law, nigga. I take your shit, nigga. Let me catch.
Yeah, man. I think that video is from that video from 1993, 92 or some shit like that. But that message, man, where he was like, nigga, if I had a job, I won't be out here if I had a job. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. I'm going to tell you young niggas, if somebody watching this, man, for all the real ones in the back, man, there ain't nothing wrong with getting that 9 to 5, homie. Because when you're on that blacktop, a nigga rather go ball for one summer to go do 10 years, to lose 10 summers, just to show niggas that he done touched a couple thousand. And that about time he come home, the niggas that he was trying to seek validation for and impress, them niggas are either dead or gone. Are they in the penitentiary themselves, man? So with that being said, let's get to the content. All right, this is bad, man. Big U and Bearclaw facing serious time over this Rayshawn Williams case. So look, man, they weighing in, man. It look like they trying to tie the knot. They weighing in, bro. It's getting closer. You know what I'm saying? The odds is not looking too good, but we finna get into this content. And I must say that they are innocent until proven guilty. But we got to follow the content. Let's get it. Let's go.
The alleged leader of the Rolling 60s Crips gang made his first appearance in federal court. In fact, we just got this sketch in from the courtroom. The judge ordered Eugene Hemley Jr. to remain in federal custody at least until his detention hearing.
What up, though?
Say, bro, when a man is fighting for his life in the open federal conspiracy case, might not be a bright idea to upload investigative reporting to the internet, attempting to seek out information to further tie that person to what the government is already alleging. In this video, we're going to do something that hasn't been done yet regarding Big U's case, a complete breakdown of two of Big U's co-defendants who are at the top of the indictment with Big U. Now let's talk about something that does not get discussed enough enough on YouTube. The difference between uploading content and poisoning a jury pool, because there's a very specific and very dangerous thing that has been happening with the coverage of this case. Creators, and yes, Trap Law Ross, this includes you, are producing content about Eugene Henley that presents the government's allegation as settled fact, not as accusations, not as the government's version of events, as truth, as conviction, as if the verdict has already come in. And these men have already been found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. 12 people who swore on an oath. That is not commentary. That is not journalism. That is jury pool contamination dressed up as content. A factual basis is the government story. It is a one-sided document written by prosecutors whose entire job is to present the most damaging version of that evidence before a single defense attorney has cross-examined a single witness. When you upload that story as fact, you are not informing your audience. You are potentially compromising that man's constitutional right to a fair trial. And that matters, whether you agree with who he is or not. What I do is entirely different. What you are about to watch is a breakdown of the specific alleged criminal acts attributed to Vade and Bearclaw in this indictment, not presented as guilt, not presented as conviction, but presented the way the Constitution demands, as allegations, as one side of a story that has not been fully told yet. Now let's get into what the government says happened. And we're going to start with the man whose story who has not been told on YouTube, Mark Martin, aka Bearclaw. The government describes Bearclaw as Big U's alleged trusted lieutenant, not a fringe associate, not someone that was just merely connected to the enterprise, but a man positioned close enough to the alleged operation that federal agents were intercepting his conversations as part of a years-long investigation into the Big U enterprise. The government places Bearclaw inside the enterprise's inner circle, who what federal agents intercepted on a Title III wiretap during a critical window of the investigation. And what those intercepted conversations allegedly reveal about his role is something that the YouTube police has largely skipped over in favor of the more sensationalized allegations against other defendants. Here is where Bearclaw's story becomes most significant in the government's narrative. In February of 2023, 2 years after RW's body was found in the desert off of Interstate 15, an LVPD detective made a move. They showed up at Big U's crib as a business card and told Big U's wife that they were new to the case and were following up on the 2-year anniversary of RW's homicide. And we're talking to everyone who was close to RW. That visit set off a chain of phone calls that federal agents were already listening to. On February the 14th, 2023, Big U called Bearclaw. The government intercepted that call. On it, Big U told Bearclaw that 5 detectives from Las Vegas had come to his crib that morning asking about RW. Big U.
Damn. Nigga, they was man, damn. They was already on it. Hold on, let me move this right quick. That's that. They already had that wiretap. The moment they came to the house, you jump on the phone, you call Bearclaw, tell him that they came to your house about. Man, that's why I tell y'all, man, it's a thinking game, bro. You gotta know how to think out here, bro. I promise you, because if you ain't thinking, you will operate off of emotion. And if you operate off of emotion, man, when you fighting a case like this, bro, 9 out of 10, you go drop the ball, you go forget something. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't even call. First of all, why call them? If they came to your door, hypothetically speaking, why would you call Bearclaw when you know if y'all had something to do with it, that nigga, it's a possibility that your phone could have been tapped. Nigga, you don't call nobody, nigga. You go pull up on them and go holler at that nigga face to face. No phone. The moment, and this for the YN that's out there in the back. Let me tell y'all something. The moment any type of law enforcement come to your house, you do not jump on the phone and call anybody. Always assume that they could be recording your phone calls. 9 out of 10, depending on what you're doing, they ain't gonna waste no government money, go get it on Title III wiretap for you. But you always gotta assume, man, don't ever make no phone call the moment you hear police looking for you, man. You go pull up and see who you need to see. You don't meet up at no parking lots where it's cameras, none of that shit, because some of them have audio. Niggas gotta play this game straight, bro. I think he got paranoid and he jumped the gun. Let's go.
who said he wanted to meet with Bearclaw at his auto shop to talk about it in person, not on the phone. The government's position is that Big U specifically wanted to have a conversation away from a telephone line that he suspected was being monitored. And the wiretap that captured that very conversation is evidence they used to support that theory. Minutes after that call ended, Big U placed multiple calls to DS. The associate the government alleges physically removed the surveillance equipment from the Las Vegas recording studio in the days after RW's murder.
Oh no! Damn! I mean, it don't take a rocket science to think like, damn, this is kind of like some probable cause, nigga. The moment you find out that we own to you, you jump on the phone. You not knowing that we already they got a wiretap on you, so they're listening to your conversations. You call your lieutenant right then and there. You see what I'm saying? Panicking, you freaking, you paranoid. Like, damn, nigga, my, you know what I'm saying? Just tell me that they said they new to the case and they about to work this Rayshawn Williams situation. You know what I'm saying? And then right after that, you called the security guard that was there the night with you and Rayshawn at the studio, told him to get rid of the evidence. You see what I'm saying? Look how that look. Look how that look. Now, why are you calling these niggas? You supposed to meet up with Bearclaw, talk to him in person, face to face, no phone calls. We don't know if they got a Title III on him, so you tell him, hey, nigga, I don't know if they listen to our phone calls. You go get somebody that's not even a part of our crew to call him on our behalf and tell him this is what I need you to do. You could have been in the clear, bro. See, man, we got a lot of these, and niggas that be out here, nigga, knocking shit down. But when it come to thinking, man, I'm telling you, it's nowhere in hell, bro. If a nigga know what type of operation you get $1 million out of grant money for this grid program shit, so you're officially a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You getting money out of all these niggas in the streets, but you doing all the heavy lifting yourself. I mean, only way I think the nigga doing all this shit, unless he ain't giving nobody no nothing, unless he keeping everything. You know, they're listening to. I'm sitting back like, damn. They listening to his phone calls. They watching how he talk. The moment he found out that the Nevada Metro, you know what I'm saying, is looking into the case, Nevada PD came to LA to try to speak with him in regards to the Rayshawn Williams murder. You jump on the phone, call Bearclaw, boom, then you get on the phone and call the security guard. That's nasty work, bro. They probably sitting there with their little, oh, we got him. Why is he, look, all we wanted to do is just talk to him. Immediately, he jump on the phone, call his number 2, then you call the security guard. If you had nothing to do with this shit, it ain't nothing to call. You call the security guard and tell him to get rid of any footage that was seen of him and Rayshawn at the studio before he died. Come on, I can see why they looking at him like that, man. Shit. This shit, and it's all playing out on the internet, bro. This is why I tell you young niggas out there, bro, look, this is a new day and era. Do not sit up here and the internet ain't going nowhere. If it ain't, listen, man, it's people out there that go search for this type of content, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm a reaction channel. I don't even react to shit. Because first of all, I ain't going looking at my motherfucking business. Hell yeah. I don't know what happened. Shit, you ain't me, nigga. Shit, I ain't see nothing. I ain't say nothing. I don't know. But shit, yeah, that once that shit hit the internet, I'm gonna be sitting back thinking, damn, that's crazy, man. But what I'm seeing here is that, you know, Big U jumped the gun. He got a little bit too paranoid. You see what I'm saying? He didn't know what they was. Well, of course, you knew they wanted to talk to him about Rayshawn Williams, but you don't know what they got on you. You might want to hear them people out at first. You couldn't run from it. You wasn't going to run from it. You got a nonprofit or you got businesses. You ain't finna just drop all of this shit and run, because if you did, it automatically make you look guilty. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. This is nasty work. This is nasty. Let's go.
narrative. In February of 2023, 2 years after RW's body was found in the desert off of Interstate 15, NLVPD detectives made a move. They showed up at Big U's crib as a business card and told Big U's wife that they were new to the case and were following up on the 2-year anniversary of RW's homicide. And we're talking to everyone who was close to RW. That visit set off a chain of phone calls that federal agents were already listening to. On February the 14th, 2023, Big U called Bearclaw. The government intercepted that call. On it, Big U told Bearclaw that 5 detectives from Las Vegas had come to his crib that morning, asking about RW. Big U said he wanted to meet with Bearclaw at his auto shop to talk about it in person, not on the phone. The government's position is that Big U specifically wanted to have a conversation that he suspected was being monitored. And the wiretap that captured that very conversation is evidence they used to support that theory. Minutes after that call ended, Big U placed multiple calls to DS, the associate the government alleges physically removed the surveillance equipment from the Las Vegas recording studio in the days after RW's murder. First calls went unanswered. When DS finally picked up, Big U told him he needed to pull up on him, needed to see him face to face. That same day, Big U also called Vade, confirming he was heading to meet him as well. The government reads that sequence as Big U reaching out to the people with direct knowledge of RW's murder. The moment law enforcement's interest in the case was renewed, making sure that any conversations about what happened off the record and in person. Bearclaw's auto shop becomes in the government's framing one of the location. Bearclaw's connection to the robbery narrative run through the wired evidence as well. The indictment places Bearclaw in intercepted communication where robbery proceeds and robbery planning were discussed as part of the enterprise's ongoing business.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, we back. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. They man. It was 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because sometimes niggas they'll wait. Look, if they don't have enough evidence, they'll wait a little bit. You know, they gotta have substantial evidence to really prosecute because they don't want to waste, you know, the state's money. Yeah, it's a lot of air holes in that, man. Big U went about it all wrong. All wrong, man. You gotta have a plan for shit like this. Most time, man, most of these niggas, man, they don't really plan, bro. Like, especially if, you know, not like that, but if you go involve yourself in murders and all that shit, make sure you got the perfect murder. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not trying to go to jail. Not to, you know, promote, you know what I'm saying, you know, that type of lifestyle. But at the same time, man, you got to make sure all your ducks is in a row, man. You got to make sure shit like that, it only could be only one person. If you got to do it with somebody, it got to be one person. That's it. It can't be more than one because if anything go wrong, it go track back to them. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that he called Bearclaw and told them that they called in on the behalf of Rayshawn Williams in that murder is only go look a certain type of way. Like, why did you call him? You know what I'm saying? It's bad, man. It's just bad, man. But once again, he's innocent until proven guilty, man. That's how we come in. That's how we go do it. And we go keep it like that. Let's get back to this content, though. One second. It knocked me off the board real fast. It's 129 people in here. Let's make sure we get them likes up. Yeah, we got a long way to go, but we gonna get through it. Yes, sir. All right. So Let's see. Here we go. There we go.
That he suspected was being monitored. And the wiretap that captured that very conversation is evidence they used to support that theory. Minutes after that call ended, Big U placed multiple calls to DS. The associate the government alleges physically removed the surveillance equipment from the Las Vegas recording studio in the days after RW's murder. First calls went unanswered. When DS finally picked up, Big U told him he needed to pull up on him, needed to see him face to face. That same day, Big U also called Vay, confirming he was heading to meet him as well. The government reads that sequence as Big U reaching out to the people with direct knowledge of RW's murder. The moment law enforcement's interest in the case was renewed, making sure that any conversations about what happened off the record and in person. Bearclaw's auto shop becomes in the government's framing, one of the locations where that coordination allegedly took place. Bearclaw's connection to the robbery narrative run through the wired evidence as well. The indictment places Bearclaw in intercepted communication, where robbery proceeds and robbery planning were discussed as part of the enterprise's ongoing business. On November the 11th of 2022, the government intercepted a call in which Big U and Zahir Mitchell, aka Brick Baby, coordinated how Brick Baby would give Big U the proceeds from a robbery that Brick Baby had committed. And multiple other intercepted calls and text messages that followed, Big U talked.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Y'all remember that video where he was flashing cash and all that shit? Yeah, nigga Brick Baby had like bankroll. Nigga put it on his head and shit, and he was flossing that shit. Allegedly, you know, the big fella jumped in the comment section like, I need a loan. You see what I'm saying? And all that shit. Nigga, and allegedly he owed him 50K. So you was getting extorted, nigga. That's crazy. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Oh, allegedly. This is all alleged. I don't know nothing about nothing, but this is in the paperwork. You see what I'm saying? This is on the wiretap. If y'all go look at it, it's all in the paperwork. Okay. You was getting extorted. You got some questions to answer, because we know, you know, if Brick Baby come home, you know what I'm saying, sooner than what everybody expects, then you know what really happened. Let's go.
With Frederick Blanton and Vay to help collect from Brick Baby. The proceeds conversation that followed involving Big U telling Frederick Blanton he was going to grab half of whatever Brick Baby had gotten and give the rest to Vay. Bearclaw's presence throughout the broader wiretap record places him inside a network of men the government alleges routinely discussing, planning, and profiting from robberies as enterprise business. That is the government story on Bearclaw. Now let's talk about the man who has already had more coverage than almost any other defendant in the case, and whose alleged role the government documents with a level of precision that goes far beyond what most of the YouTube police have actually broken down. Vesta Robinson, aka Vay, the man the government describes as Big U's alleged right-hand man.
That's how he went broke, y'all. That's how he went broke. When he hit that lick, he posted all that shit. And I remember the big fella said, nigga, I need a loan or some shit. Boom, 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 right? Then some other shit popped off on the internet where nigga was like, nigga, you owe the hood, nigga, 50 racks, nigga. Where the 50 racks at, nigga? Woo, woo, woo. And I guess he was taking too long to pay that 50 ball. Damn, nigga, you see what happened there when a nigga get money in? See, a lot of y'all niggas think, oh, nigga, you know, oh, I'm a nigga, man. Can't nobody, yeah, nigga. Certain hoods, nigga, them niggas is taxing some of you niggas. You niggas better be willing to die about your shit, homie. You better be willing to die about your bread, bro. Bro, I don't care how you cut that, nigga, because at the end of the day, hey, you was born by yourself, you gonna die by yourself, nigga. Any nigga want a cut of something that you had to risk your life for, nigga, and he ain't put in on that shit, then you tell that nigga, you nigga, I ain't giving shit up, nigga. Straight up. That's one thing about having money. See, when you got money, you don't gotta stay, you don't gotta be where you don't want to stay. You got money, you can walk out of any room you want to. When you don't have money, you stuck in places you don't want to be. That's why I say get your money. But once you start getting that money though, right, you better believe if you got a bag and you know you over here, nigga, you a homie, You supposed to look out. Some niggas feel like shit, nigga, I don't got it, nigga, shit, you got it, nigga, look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Just for validation reasons and all that type of shit, nigga, that's crazy. Now, there's one thing I believe in is this, man. You know, if you got it, nigga, hood, they come around, nigga, pay for the haul, nigga, get the liquor, nigga, make your money back, you know, invest in your hood. But nigga, I ain't just giving no nigga no 50K just because. That's out. That's crazy work. And look at it, he end up broke. Brick Baby he's probably gonna have to go pro se. You know what I'm saying? He can't afford no lawyer right now. You know how much money it costs to fight a RICO case? Come on, nigga. It costs bread. Any nigga, man, y'all young niggas, that's why I tell y'all, look, everything start with money. It costs money to gangbang. It costs money to go to jail. Hell, it costs money to die. You can't be out here gangbanging without your common essentials. I don't need to elaborate what those is. You see what I'm saying? But you got to be able to move around. You got to have ammunition. You got to have that tool that you got to use to defend yourself. You get caught, you go to jail. You got to have money for bail, to bail out of jail so you can fight your case in the streets, right? Then if you end up getting time, you're going to have to before you get your time, you're going to have money for a lawyer. So bail, lawyer, and then you're going to have money to have on your books while you serving your time. You smell what I'm saying? Then when you come home, you got to get acclimated back in society. You got to have some type of bread. So once you get out of fucking halfway house or whatever program you got to have, you want to go have your own place. The average hood nigga, the average gangbanger right now, man, they stay with their girlfriends, bro. They stay with their aunties. They stay with their mamas. You know what I'm saying? And they run around town all day long playing like they're a nigga out here. But nigga deep down inside, nigga, he tired of hearing his auntie or his girlfriend tell him, yeah, take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, like, man, I'll give my motherfucking money. I'm tired of this bitch. Man, I'm tired of this bitch. Man. Get my motherfucking money up, nigga. I ain't never fuck with this old funky feet, tartar neck looking ass bitch. I ain't never. You know what I'm saying? I get my money, I'm gone, nigga. I ain't fucking with this bitch. It's a lot of niggas out there right now. Nigga like, man, I'm tired of this bitch. Niggas argue every night and shit. Yeah, nigga, it's some niggas out there that's going through it. It's some, man, that's why I tell you, hey, man, chase that chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? Chase the chicken, bro. Let's go.
And not a soldier, not a mid-level associate, the right-hand man, the person in indictment places at the center of most of the significant alleged criminal acts in this entire filing, behind the wheel, at the scene, on the phone, and in the room throughout the events the government spent years documenting. According to the government, Vay's most significant alleged involvement begins in January of 2021. A young man named R.W., an aspiring rapper signed to Big U's unique music label, was in Las Vegas recording at a music studio. His Airbnb had been paid for by Big U's operation. He had a flight home already booked on January the 20th, 5 days before his death. R.W. recorded a diss track that the government alleges was directed at Big U, referencing someone with money, joking about being shot in the face, and mentioning a .38 caliber revolver with no trace. R.W. was later shot in the face, apparently with a revolver that left no trace. On January the 23rd of 2021, they drove Big U from Los Angeles to Las Vegas in a dark gray Lexus. The government tracked that drive through cell phone location data, surveillance footage, and witness accounts. According to witness one, security guard at the recording studio, Vay and Big U arrived together. This one had words with them when they arrived because he didn't know who they were. The night before the murder, surveillance footage captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving at R.W.'s Airbnb in the middle of the night. Big U's phone location data placed him there. The night before the murder, surveillance footage captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving at R.W.'s Airbnb in the middle of the night. Something to note that is very critical and important, that dark gray sedan was not identified as a Lexus. Big U's phone location data placed him there. A friend of R.W. who was visiting confirmed Big U showed up around 2 a.m, asking why R.W. had not come to the studio the previous.
Wow, that's nasty work. So they already got somebody that can testify that they. Damn. So that placed Big U in Vegas the same time Rayshawn Williams was in Vegas. he's gonna need a lawyer, bro. He gonna need a real lawyer, man. What niggas be doing, man? If I could tell y'all niggas anything, man, make sure you save yourself some lawyer money, especially when you're on this black tie, bro. Because a lot of you niggas will hit a lick, nigga, and you will risk your life, nigga, just to borrow one summer to go do 10, 15 years, 10, 15 summers behind them walls, bro. You see what I'm saying? He's sitting up in there. And you know the cold thing about it? You know, we seen how they treating him. They treating Big U like he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, they going through all his mail, you know, withholding information from him. You know what I'm saying? He got a CPAP machine. They won't even let him put the mask on his face so he can sleep proper. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous because, nigga, you could be up there, nigga, sleep, and one day, you know what I'm saying? And you can go to the upper room. Yeah, nigga, that ain't, man, come on, man. And once again, Big U is innocent until proven guilty, though. You see what I'm saying? I tell niggas like this, man, learn from this shit, man. Don't just learn from this shit, man. I ain't gonna overdo it. Make sure y'all learn from this, because right now I'm sitting back and I'm like, God damn, nigga. For number one, the moment Las Vegas PD wanted to get in contact with him to speak, he go ahead and call Bearclaw and tell him, let's meet up at the mechanic shop so they could talk in person about the Rayshawn Williams case. Then he called Vay, right, to told both of them. They got a wiretap. They recording all these conversations. If you didn't have none, this is why they have reasonable doubt, right? You know what I'm saying? They think he got something to do with it. Right now, once again, I want to reestablish that he is innocent until proven guilty. But the way that shit look, bro, what you call all these niggas for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's why. Me personally, if I'm being accused of a murder, I'm not finna call no nigga. I'm finna jump on the phone. Jump in the car, and I'm finna pull up on you. I'm finna pull up on you, nigga. I'm not finna call no nigga and hey, nigga, they just called me about this murder. Hey, what was doing all of that shit for? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's your navigation? Man, I'm down and around at the old spot. All right, say less. Boom. I'm pulling up on you. All that talking shit. Yeah, nigga. So next time y'all niggas get in trouble with some shit and police leave a police card or some shit like that, don't you jump on the phone and call nobody. Assume that your calls is being recorded. Learn from this moment right here. Let's go. All right, man. We got 167 people in here. I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody, hit that like button if you love your mama. Support the channel because we keep it real over here and we ain't holding hands and kicking cans, man. So let's get it. Let's go.
Because he didn't know who they were. The night before the murder, surveillance footage captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving at RW's Airbnb in the middle of the night. Big U's phone location data placed him there. The night before the murder, surveillance footage captured a dark gray or silver sedan arriving at RW's Airbnb in the middle of the night. Something to note that is very critical and important, that dark gray sedan was not identified as a Lexus. Big U's phone location data placed him there. A friend of RW who was visiting confirmed Big U showed up around 2 a.m, asking why RW had not come to the studio the previous day. On January the 24th of 2021, the night of the murder, Big U arrived at the studio at approximately 7 p.m. RW arrived later and recorded a song from around 11 p.m. until midnight. At approximately 12:37 a.m. on January the 25th, Big U left the studio. Dark gray sedan was no longer in the parking lot. Big U's phone stopped reporting location data at 12:58 a.m. At 1:13 a.m., surveillance footage at the Airbnb showed a dark gray or silver sedan arriving. RW got out of the passenger side and went inside at 1:20 a.m. He came back out with the suitcase, put it in the trunk, and got back in as a passenger. He was not scheduled to leave, though. His flight home was the following day. At approximately 2:15 a.m., Big U's phones began reporting location data again. RW's body was found hours later, shot multiple times, dragged into a ditch off an interstate.
So wait a minute. So what was that? What was that? An hour difference? His phone stopped reporting data. Damn. Yeah, nah. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let's go.
8:15 near the Apex landfill in North Las Vegas. He was not dressed for the cold weather that night. DNA was collected from his ankle and sock area, consistent with the direction in which his body had been dragged. However, that DNA could not be tied directly to Big U. Back at the studio, Witness 1 reported that Vay, who had stayed behind while Big U left, asked Witness 1 if he had seen Big U. At approximately 2:30 a.m., according to Witness 1, Big U returned to the studio alone in a dark gray Lexus, appearing drenched in either sweat or water. Telling Witness 1 he was coming from the gym. Big U departed Las Vegas to return to Los Angeles at approximately 10 a.m., hours after RW's body had.
All right, so let's stop there. All right. So they got the time he pulled back up to the studio, right? So obviously they interviewed him and he said he was coming from a gym. Now this is where it gets tricky because it don't matter what gym you go to, there's going to be cameras. There's no way you can walk into a public gym and not be under surveillance. You see what I'm saying? So if he said that shit, you know, what gym was he referring to? You know what I'm saying? So all of that shit look tricky, man. I hope he have a perfect airtight alibi, because if he don't, these dudes went to college for this shit. They will pick that story, the alibi he got apart. They gonna tear that shit up, man. I done seen a lot of niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? They niggas come home and a minute he asks all these questions. Why are you talking? You see what I'm saying? Why are you even talking to him? For number one. Number two, you got the right to remain silent. You shouldn't be opening your mouth whatsoever. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. If you ever pulled over, prime example, if you get pulled over in a car and a highway patrol officer pull up to you and say, you know, you was doing 100 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour lane, you deny that shit. You got the wrong person. You do not admit, because the moment that you said, I didn't know, I didn't see the thermometer, that's self guilt. You already admitted to what he already said. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling y'all right now, never a cop admit to any of the shit they accuse you of. They say you were speeding. No, I wasn't. You got to prove that. Let them prove that in court. He got to come to court anyway. Never admit to no speeding ticket. And if he try to hand you the speeding ticket, don't catch it. Nah, don't touch it. You don't touch it. He wrote it saying that you were speeding. You wasn't speeding. That's not accurate. You see what I'm saying? Do not sign that motherfucker. Do not whatsoever. If they gotta take you to jail, let's go. Come on, I'm gonna meet you back there. I'll meet you now. Look, I ain't committed a crime. I'm just not signing that motherfucker. I did not speed. Whatever you got to do, let's do it. Matter of fact, go get your deputy. You know what I'm saying? Go get somebody. Because I'm not, no. Matter of fact, roll up your window and don't get out the car. You know what I'm saying? And if they get aggressive, you automatically go win that case. Because first of all, he tried to accuse you of something that you have no knowledge of knowing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's a little game for the brain, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got 198 people in here, man. Let's get to it. Shout out to all the real ones in the back, though. Let's get it. Let's go.
Already been found. Days after the homicide, an associate the government identifies as DS removed DVR equipment from the recording studio. 3 surveillance devices were taken. All security cameras were disabled. Big U allegedly ordered Witness 1 and Witness 2 to leave the premises before the removal. The replacement equipment installed afterward did not work. The government alleges that the footage from that system would have shown Big U and RW at the studio together hours before RW was murdered. Vay's name surfaces again on July the 5th of 2021, dispensary robbery. According to the indictment, he was one of the approximately 11 members and associates who rushed into Dale's unlicensed marijuana dispensary in Los Angeles armed with firearms without masks. Dale knew Vay personally, he claimed. They took cash and marijuana. They demanded a Rolex from one of the co-owners. And at Vay's alleged direction, let the co-owner keep it. Dale was put on the phone with Big U mid-robbery, told to come to Big U's crib afterward. When Dale arrived, Vay was there. The robbery proceeds were there. Vay also appears throughout the extortion section as the person who physically collected extortion payments from Dale on behalf of the enterprise, sometimes driving Big U's Mercedes to do it. The indictment notes that on the specific night, NLVPD detectives had left a business card at Big U's crib in connection with RW's murder investigation.
So you rob alleged, right? Because once again, Big U is innocent until proven guilty. You robbed a nigga, then you have him come to your house, and then you recruit this nigga to set up other niggas so you can rob them. Boy, you a cold nigga, boy. Hey man, hey, I ain't never seen no shit like that, nigga. Nigga rob a nigga and make the nigga who you rob go get him more niggas to go rob. Yeah, man. Undertaker. Yeah, that's some nasty work, guy. Come on, let's go.
Dale claims he was driving Big U's Benz when he came to collect the extortion payments. The government presents that detail as the enterprise continuing to operate in real time, even as the murder investigation was heating back up. That is the government story on both men. Detailed, documented, built from years of wiretaps, surveillance footage, witnesses interviews, and cell phone location data, and has not yet been tested in one place where it is required to hold up a federal courtroom in front of 12 jurors against a defense that has not yet spoken. Accused, not convicted, not guilty, accused. The creators uploading multi-part documentary series about men who have not been tried yet would do well to remember that. But the jury pool is not just 12 strangers in a courtroom. It is everyone watching, everyone sharing, everyone forming an opinion about people whose full story has not been heard. Every video that presents the government's allegation as the final word chips away at something this country is supposed to stand for, even when the people it protects are people that the internet find it difficult to extend protection to. This is...
Yeah, man, this is nasty work. Yeah, sir. Yeah, that's nasty work, man. It's not looking good, man. It is not looking good. So they got the security guard that's going to testify as well. They got Dale Morrison on a whole nother situation. And you know how this shit with this RICO is. That's why I kind of get it now when Big U, well, allegedly Big U sent out that kite saying nobody take a plea deal till he take his. It's the only way. Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
Makes it hella extra easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's easier than chunking them. The hard part is when you gotta sit in that cold ass cell, nigga, to the necklace, fighting that case. Nigga waking up every 2 weeks going to trial. Nigga, and they talking them elbows, or they talking, nigga, 40 plus, and nigga, your mom in the courtroom sick, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny when I hear niggas say that, bro. Picture your mama standing in court, nigga, while they give you all fucking day. Just imagine, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your mama know you better than anybody. You know what I'm saying, nigga? She like, nigga, you out here trying to play tough guy. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You like motherfucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You still drink milk. You still lay in the bed with your grandma and watch Hallmark videos and shit, nigga. 20-something years old, nigga. Love his granny and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rub her feet with icy hot and shit. Then you go outside and you want to be a killer and all that shit. Yeah, I said, hell yeah. What shit, nigga, player, nigga, grandma, some of these niggas like me. I die about my granny. You know what I'm saying? Grandma still wearing that big ass moo-moo. You know what I'm saying? That bonnet on her head and shit. She run around here still smoking them brown cigarettes. Baby, go get me them brown cigarettes. Nigga go buy her a carton box. That's how much he love his grandma. Help her with the cancer. Man, this is a cold game, man. But nah, nigga, just picture your mama sitting in court, nigga, and they give your ass, nigga, 160 years, 80 years, 90 years. You know what I'm saying? Yo, none of your homies is there. No, none of the homies. Hell, motherfucker, no. Nigga, damn, run around here talking about anybody know Spanky Johnson? Hell, motherfucking no, nigga. Look at over there, nigga. Ain't nobody there. Yeah, nigga, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's ugly, bro. Let's go.
Fighting that case, nigga waking up every 2 weeks going to trial. Nigga, they talking them elbows or they talking nigga 40 plus and nigga your mama in the courtroom sick, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your son barely know you because you've been gone for 22 months already. Nigga, that's the hard part.
Hold on, y'all. My shit tripping, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe I got too much shit going on. Hold on. Let me reset real fast. Y'all give me 1 second. We got 190 people up in here. Let's go ahead and get that 190 likes, man, for the record, though, man. Let's go. Let me do a reset real fast. All right, there we go. Yeah, them Bensons. Yep, them Bensons. Yeah, them brown motherfucking cigarettes and yeah. You already know, nigga. Granny had them glasses on with that moo-moo. She had that motherfucking coin purse. Y'all remember that coin purse? And shit, she be putting that motherfucker. She be like, hold on, baby. Let me. She got to move her titty out the way. Huh. Oh, I know. She throw it over her shoulder. Huh. Then her little 20s and shit was rolled up and shit. You know, that's a funny thing how women like, I want a traditional man. And niggas like, shit, I want a traditional motherfucking bitch. Shit, you know, back in the day, grandma didn't have no motherfucking money. Hell no, nigga, she had a little coin pouch with 1,000 quarters and probably like, nigga, 400s and $3 $20 bills in that motherfucking time. Bring my motherfucking change back too. No, I said bring my motherfucking change back too. Hell nah, last time you stole my little $5, I ain't mad because, you know, I sent your ass to motherfucking store and shit. Yeah, and where my food stamps at? And then, you know, the motherfucking mamas back in the 90s wasn't shit. Tasha, you need to come over here. If you ain't gonna watch your son, we'll come feed his ass. Yeah, you ain't gonna keep using all my motherfucking EBT up and shit. Yeah, you out here fucking and sucking and you're coming back with a wet pussy asking me for a cigarette. Yeah, tell that nigga to buy you some motherfucking cigarettes. You know I smoke them Bensons. Yeah. You think you bad and shit? Yeah, run around here with a wet coochie and not $1 to motherfucking put in your purse. Asking me for, bitch, do you know this bitch? Tasha came over here talking about, Granny, give me a cigarette. Hell, motherfucker, no, you ain't getting no motherfucking cigarette and shit. Hell no. You over here, yeah, you fucking on that old man and shit. Girl, you only 17. That man look like he's 30. And so he could come in you, but he can't give you no motherfucking cigarette. And they be sitting on that porch and shit. And then they talk about you to her friend right next door. All the kids be sitting there and shit. We just be laughing and shit. Yeah, your mama, rat. Hoochie mama. Shout out to the 186 people here. Nigga, that was funny to motherfucking me. That's all that matter. All right, man, let me get to this content, though. Let me see where we at, first of all, man. You know, I got to remind y'all to keep hitting them like buttons. Let me see where we at. Nah, we don't want to do that right there. We only got 84 likes. We got 180 people in here. Let's get up to at least 20 more likes, man. Let's go. All right, let me find that motherfucker. Yeah, coming in here with a wet pussy, asking her for some cigarettes.
When them niggas you function with heavy, when them niggas you slip for, nigga, out here fucking with the same niggas you was sliding on. Nigga, that's the hard part, nigga. When the next time you see them niggas are catching a violation, or you know what I'm saying, make some dork shit like, nigga, sending eye cares, nigga screaming free the team, but ain't feed the team, nigga. That's the hard part.
Assalamu alaikum, people. Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum to my enemies, to my haters, especially the ones who get mad when I talk bad about the gang culture. Assalamu alaikum to you brothers, man. May the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon you people, you know. And it's always alhamdulillah. All praise be to Allah. I was going through some things. I got a PDF last night where the prosecutor had responded to the wiretaps suppression. And, you know, it's normal stuff. You know, when you're dealing with this legal stuff, they, Big U, Bearclaw, Imani, Hop, you know, Tiffany Hines, they all have to go and do certain things and suppress certain things in the case. That's normal. That's normal stuff what to do to try to get things thrown out. And you know, and I was reading them through the prosecution response, and the prosecution really focuses on that murder, man. It was like, I was like, dang. And then as me understanding why they was focusing on that is because of the violence of that. Even though you have the extortion and you have the robbery, the murder it takes it to a different level. Even though the case is all circumstantial, it just, man, you know, that's what them people do, man. That's what the federal prosecutor do, the state prosecutor do. Even if it's all circumstances, they will still try to charge you and convict you on that. And that's a fact. But one thing I was reading about up in there, what they were stressing about is they were saying that the boy Big U, he was telling people over the phone that he was an anybody killer, right? I think all that stuff, I think they took that out of context a little bit, you know, to me, because if you was growing up in that section over there, they had a term, you know, a saying, a cliche. I call them cliches, where dudes use, and even these dudes out here that's not even from the Crenshaw district, they were saying the 60s are anybody killer, right?
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 40.
So I think they took that and they ran with that a little bit, because they do have him on recording saying that. And that's, you know, that right there, you know.
You know, it's crazy because I just want to, you know, even though we react to this shit, I still got to say he's innocent until proven guilty. But you got to understand this, right? I want y'all to realize, stop talking on these phones, man. Stop talking on these phones, bro. Never talk in front of no cameras. Always assume that there's audio. You understand me? Always assume that, man. Y'all should already know better, man. I tell people all the time, man, we got too much shit going on. There's no more reason to say you're a product of your environment. You see what I'm saying? This generation, you're not a product of your environment. You see what I'm saying? There's way more opportunities for y'all to get out here and go change our lives. Way more, bro. I'm sitting back and I'm like, this is just absurd, because it's like, damn, you know, with all of this, how they trying to railroad them, but that Title III, that wiretap. Now I see why they want to suppress that, because you know that's a defense. That's the only way. Because who gonna remember what you said between 3 to 5 years? You could have said anything, lashed out, ups and downs, bad days, good days, all type of shit could have transpired. But like, you know, Eddie Boy said, you know, by accusing him of saying he's an anybody killer don't mean that had to do with Rayshawn Williams. But I gotta admit, it looks very fucking bad, man. They go throw the book at him. They're gonna try to throw the book at him, but just going forward and I do this for the YNs that's in the back, bro. Let me tell y'all something, man. Never go pro se, never do no pro per, none of that shit. Always make sure that you got enough. If you hit a lick, you got $30,000, make sure you put $10,000 away just for a retainer fee, and it's gonna cost more than that. I've always been the nigga that said, man, look, you gotta pay to play. You gotta look, it costs to die. It costs to die. Y'all gotta understand something. It costs to go to jail. You gotta bail out of jail. You gotta find you a lawyer. Then you gotta have money on your books to make phone calls and try to survive in jail. You see what I'm saying? It costs to die. You see what I'm saying? Everything you do is going to cost you money. Never get this shit confused, man. So that's why I say, go get you some money, because when you get money, you know, it lifts you up, because you don't got to be in rooms that normal people would have to be in because of lack of funds. You see what I'm saying? Let's get back to Eddie Boy. Let's go. We got 197 people in the live. Let's get it back up to 200 people in the live. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you love your mama. Let's go.
So it's like, even though you're just using cliches like the dead homies or on hood or on gangster or on whatever it is, you guys have to be careful, because they're going to use that against you. If you catch a case and they have you on wiretap, or they have you labeled as a gang member, they're going to use that against you, bro. And another thing that was I was tripping off of is they using that video where they was inside the neighborhood over there, in that section over there, where he was filming. He was saying that if you come to the hood and you want to film, you got to check in, or we're going to check you out. We're going to check your equipment out.
Let's stop right there.
Right. Basically, and they wording in.
All right, so let's be clear, right? So even when they using that part right there, that is hearsay. Majority of this shit is just hearsay, right? The only thing about this situation is, him. I don't know if he has legal counsel, but if he's going pro se, it's going to be very hard for him to put up a good fight if he's going pro se. But all of that checking in, or I'm gonna check you out, that's hearsay too. But they're gonna throw everything at. See, the goal is to try to make him look like a monster, right? Now, and once again, for YouTube purposes, I must always say he's innocent until proven guilty. This is not nothing factual that we speaking. We're just we reacting to what's on the content level of content being put out. But I gotta be clear with y'all, man. The way it looks extremely bad with that, all that shit that we was looking at, what was said on that wiretap. See, that wiretap ain't nothing to play with. And he had no idea that he was under a Title III wiretap. You see what I'm saying? And the shit that he said, hopefully, if he has a public defender, or if he do have somebody that can counsel him through the process, because a RICO case is going to cost so much fucking money, bro. When I make so much money, this is why I say if you operate, I don't call niggas gangbangers no more. I call them street operators, because if you operating in them streets, right? Man, you better have some Neil Long money, bro. You better have some Neil Long money. We looked up the price yesterday. That's gonna cost him an arm and a leg. An arm and a leg. So just imagine if Big U got, legal counsel, right? What about all the other people that's on that RICO? You see what I'm saying? It's gonna get bad, man. I honestly believe somebody will fold. yeah, nigga, somebody will fold. I'm telling you, shit, nigga. So I tell y'all YNs like this, man. Be your own man. Make sure you get your own money. And make sure y'all, hey man, if y'all got some young YNs that's out there, man, make sure they hear my voice. Make sure that they watch what I'm saying, because I really say this shit to keep these young niggas from getting caught up. We got more young African-American black kids right now that's coming out, reaching 18, not graduating high school, that's going straight to the streets and start gangbanging. You got to understand, a lot of these youngsters out here, you got an iPhone, that's $1,200. You understand what I'm saying? That's a $1,200 phone that you can utilize to make so much fucking money, right? And then they got a gun, but don't got $1,000 in their pocket. That's a problem to me. How you got a gun and $1,000 and a $1,200 phone, but you don't got $1,000 in your pocket? A nigga rather get up here and go crash out, but he don't want to get up and go get no job. That's a problem to me. That being said, let's get back to this content. Back to you, Eddie boy. Let's go.
In a document, they were saying the people around him was a part of his enterprise. They was a part of his crew, or they were a part of that section over there. And I was thinking about the people that was over there. I know who they are. One dude I don't like for sure. The rest of them is pretty cool. One buster I don't like, and I'm gonna say his name, Big Sleeprock. He's a bitch. He really is, bro. And I have my reasons for that. And I'm not gonna go in depth into it until he says something stupid about me or little bro again. But other than that, I was thinking about them brothers, and I was like, I don't even think them brothers even really understand the magnitude of just hanging around certain people or being in certain presence, that it has the potential chance to get you in trouble. Even though they're not in trouble, they're not a part of that brother enterprise and stuff like that. I know that for sure. But I'm just giving an example, man. It's like when you brothers are around certain things and y'all see something going on, just don't sit there and quickly agree with it. You can't agree with it, bro.
We have brought a new innovative technology to create business opportunities for people throughout Canada.
You can't do that, man. You can't, because you can get in trouble. Now, let me give you an example. You know, say for instance, we in the masjid, right? We're at Juma service. We sit down, we congregating after service. And then, you know, one of the brothers up in there, they talking about death to America, fuck America, and all that old stupid ass shit. You know, how they try to think that we, quote unquote, just hate America and things of that nature. And if you just sit there like, yeah, and agreeing with that, you become a part of that situation at that particular time, and they can use that against you. I'm just using that as an example. So you got to understand, man, that in every community, in every group, you have spies, you have operatives, you have informers. You have that, bro. I don't care if you're Crip, Blood, Muslim, Southside, Christian. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care if you're at work. They have spies, bro. Period. You're working for a corporation, they got spies. So you have to be careful, you know, on how you move and how you proceed. And especially in this day and age, and right now, bro, you can't really hardly say too much of nothing, even though they say you have freedom of speech. You really don't, you know, to a certain degree, you know, because they will use stuff against you, man. If you're talking about anything criminal, bro, they're going to use that against you. And basically, a lot of brothers have made their job more easier. It's because of the internet. I don't think a lot of brothers get it. You know, that's why I'll always be to the point, man. I'm not going to pull up on you. I don't want no problems. I'm not going to do none of that type of stuff. I don't want no fades. I don't want none of that. Because I'm going to tell you, bro, you guys are basically saying these things to say y'all going to commit an act of violence. And I don't get it. You know, they will use that against you, bro. Anytime you say anything on this internet that warrants something, like they raise their eyebrow, they can open up the investigation, bro, against you. Even if you just saying this for entertainment purpose only, they're gonna, if it's a back and forth with people, they're gonna know it's a potential chance of a problem. So they can open up an investigation. So I think a lot of brothers need to be careful on how they say certain things. Not say, but it's just like, get up out your feelings, man. If you don't like a brother, you just don't like him, man. You know, everybody don't like each other. You know, and it's the point, it's like half of the brothers, especially on this internet, you guys haven't even met each other. And this is my thing. This is my logic. How can I be an enemy with a person that I never met? How can I be an enemy with a person that never did nothing to me? If he just sitting there masturbating at the mouth, just you can masturbate out the mouth all you want to. As long as you don't come in my space, try to hurt me or my family, I'm okay. That's just me. I don't know about everybody else. That's me. Because one thing for sure, for two things for certain, I done seen a lot of brothers trick themselves off the streets, man, over words. Straight up. Over straight words, bro. And they suffer in the long run after that. You know, it's like sometimes we don't reflect on what we've been through. And if you've been through the storm already, you already know what time it is, and you don't want to see these other individuals, these youngsters, go through the storm, you know? And that's crazy, man, on how we glorify, you know, certain things that we've been through, like the trauma of going to the penitentiary, the trauma of catching a case, you know, a high profile case, the trauma of leaving our families, the trauma of not seeing our kids and stuff like that. And it just blows me away on how brothers, they still glorify that gang culture because that's all they have. Either that's all they have or that's what they holding on to. They are afraid to move on. And this stuff is getting real tricky, bro, out here. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if you're doing what you need to do out here to survive. You know, if you out here struggling or you out here, you trying to make ends meet, dude, keep it moving, keep it grinding, man, because you're gonna get to that particular point where you're not gonna be like that no more. Believe me when I tell you, brother, from experience, man. Believe me, bro. You know, it's always alhamdulillah. You know, you may go through certain obstacles and all that type of stuff, man. And that's just what it is. People lie on you, bro. And that's just what it is, bro. That's what they do. People would, you know, misinterpret certain things. They think they know you, but they really don't know you. And brother, I'm telling you, if you don't have thin skin, you're going to be okay, bro. Straight up. And another thing, man, that I was tripping off of up in that paperwork. See, they have the murder in there, right? They saying the murder is an overact in the RICO case. And I'm like, man, so everybody, I'm looking at the charges, everybody is charged with the murder, right? Not with the murder, but with RICO. And the murder is in part of the RICO. They just, you know, they put it inside the RICO. So even if you wasn't there, this is the tricky part of all this, bro. And I think it's messed up. You know, the way the law is, the way they word it. You know, I didn't make up the laws, I didn't make up the rules, I didn't make up the regulations. But it's tricky, man. If you was nowhere near that hot one, if you didn't do it, I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying they saying it was an overact. They saying it was an overact. And everybody on the case have a RICO. So if they get found guilty of a RICO, even if they wasn't there or not.
This woman in Kansas City searched her name and found $6.1 million in unclaimed money. Like, what?
The murder is
All right, here we go. It's getting tricky, man. Like this whole, they clearly, they've been out for Big U, man. They've been sitting on Big U for like 5 years, gang. 5 years. I don't think he realized he was being detected until maybe his 3rd or 4th year. Maybe his 4th year. Hold on. Where that motherfucker go? Hold on. Hold on. I gotta find a video real fast, man. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
I didn't make up the regulations. But it's tricky, man. If you was nowhere near that hot one, if you didn't do it, I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying they saying it was an overact. They saying it was an overact, and everybody on the case have a RICO. So if they get found guilty of a RICO, even if they wasn't there or not, the murder is in there, right? Even though everything is circumstantial, the murder is in there, bro. So, and that's the only thing I be trying to get dudes to understand, because me and some of the brothers, some of the Muslims, we sit down and we'll try to critique this little thing. We'll try to read there and we'll try to brainstorm this stuff, and we try to see, how these people are moving. It's like some brothers that say, man, well, he ain't charged for the murder. Nah, he's probably, it's just wording. It's like wordplay, semantics. It's like they saying he committed an overact, and then you have people saying that he came out there, he did X, Y, and Z, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, but they never said they seen him do anything.
Right.
But they saying that it's just a suspicion or whatever.
Right. I mean, so looking back at it, I mean, even with the the Vegas situation and all that shit, right? They never caught him with anything. They have not yet had anybody actually say they seen him do it. But flip the coin, hypothetically speaking, if they can attach him to that, man, it's just bad. And then that just goes to show you that how sometimes the legal system could be corrupted. If they're able to stick this murder on Big U without a reasonable doubt, then that the legal justice system, it don't work. Let's go.
And then you have to understand, bro, a lot of brothers get washed up over circumstantial evidence, brother, just being suspicious, man. You got to understand, man, it's like when you go to trial and you catch these cases, it's like who can put on the best show. If you can put on the best show, bro, you're going to win. I don't care if it's the defense or it's the prosecutor. You're going to win. Straight up. So it's like no justice, in a lot of things, dealing with anything that you do, dealing with the system, dealing with communities. It just think some people just don't follow the rules the way the rules is. And then sometimes people just break the rules to basically go along with their own theory and their own agenda. And this is why I scream to the top of my lungs, bro. Just not one day, every day. Look at the signposts, man. Look at what's going on, bro. They're not playing fair, bro. They're not going to play fair with you. If you out here, you think you just this tough ass dude and you think you this joint or something like that, bro, they're going to get rid of you. If you have influence over these little kids out here, bro, understand, man, that a lot of these little kids, man, that the little youngsters, bro, they on drugs, man, at the highest level. And if you telling them to go do anything or you giving them to do something criminal, bro, they gonna say, well, the big homie told me to do this. Well, the big homie told me to do this like this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to get caught up, bro. You know, they have basically came up with a new formula that made it more easier for them to get rid of you, bro. I'm telling you, man. But the prosecutor has responded. The prosecutor is saying, you know, I think you guys have Pacer, or you guys have go down to the court building, like I always say. You can go look at the response. The prosecutor is giving his or her argument on what.
And let me tell y'all why the internet is so dangerous at this point in time in y'all lives. Because now everything is on social media, right? You can easily go to Pacer and start looking at all these cases. This goes back from people who already had been tried. They just do in court. You can pull up all their transcripts. You see what I'm saying? It is extremely dangerous. So if you out here gang banging, bro, and you know you all bad, you bad peoples, bro, don't jump on this internet and just pop it like you him and not them. Because all the nigga got to do is get your government information, go run it through Pacer, and pull up all your shit. So make sure that y'all niggas is clean out here before y'all jump on this internet, because a lot of you tough guys don't realize that this ain't 1996 no more. This ain't 98. This ain't 2023. This ain't 2015. This is 2026. You get into it with somebody on the internet, you better believe if they get a hold of your government, first, middle, and last, trust me, they pulling up that Pacer, man. And the internet don't care about you, me, or anybody else. Nigga, fuck holding court up in the courtroom. Nigga, they holding court up in the streets, and they holding court up on this internet. So make sure that y'all can really double down when it comes down to knowing you better not have no dirt up under your fingernails on this blacktop, especially coming on this internet. Because if you do, well, you one dead motherfucker. Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah. You not no cop, Jay Reed. Yeah, all right. Nigga, shit, nigga. Hey, low tie. Hey, what's that nigga name? Mitchell Williams. Hold on. Oh, I got that. That nigga went to jail in 2000. Oh, I'm gonna call you back, bro. I got him. Spot him, got him. That's all it take. Run a nigga, hey, nigga, run his name through the wire, nigga, come back with some shit. Yeah, nigga, it's over. Nigga, right on your brain like balled up homework on this internet, bro. I'm telling y'all, especially, I'm gonna say it for the ones in the back. I know it's a lot of old school niggas who think, oh, man, fuck that little jive turkey ass nigga, man. Hey, I ain't never like that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga. Yeah, all right. Nigga be 60-some years old, nigga. You told back in 87, nigga. Yeah, all them transcripts and shit, they got released. You can find that shit on Pacer. And some of you old school niggas barely could read and write. So I'm pretty sure y'all didn't go get your record sealed and all that crazy ass shit. So be cautious. Hey, nigga, don't say I didn't tell you and shit. Hell yeah, nigga, you over there laying with Ethel and shit. And yeah, you living good. You know what I'm saying? You got your wife, you got your girlfriend on the side and shit. And all of a sudden, your wife end up just going on YouTube, and here go your ass on a big ass thumbnail and shit. They like, man, what they talking about? You told on somebody in 87. Yeah. Oh, so nigga, you been whooping my motherfucking ass around here? You been beating me for all these years, and nigga, you a snitch? Trick your ass. Domestic violence? Yeah, hey, come get this nigga. All right. I'm telling you, man, a lot of these niggas don't even know the internet is dangerous. This is a dangerous place for people who think they want to voice their opinions and they got dirt up under their fingernails. Be careful, man. Look how all of this shit is playing out. Everything comes through the internet now. And a lot of people have not accepted it, but it's the new way of life. This is the new world order. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more, back in the day, when you had a problem with a man, you take it to the streets. Hell nah, niggas touching too much motherfucking money and shit. Let me tell you something. Niggas, rich niggas don't fight. Broke people fight. I'm telling you, yeah, niggas, all that shit, nigga. Shit, because when whoever lose their motherfucking teeth or, break their motherfucking arm and shit, who gonna pay that medical bill? All right, then. Yeah, nigga, this shit is over with. Yeah, now they said, nigga, fuck come getting you in the street. Nigga, come get me on the internet. May the best man win, baby. All right, Uncle Nephew, chill out, bruh. Y'all gotta excuse me. Uncle Nephew be tripping. He be coming out when I'm trying to do my lives and shit and all that good, crazy shit, man. But anyway, back to you, Eddie boy. Let's go. Shout out to the 200.
The wiretap should be suppressed, and why certain charges should be not dismissed, and that's what it is. And in March, I think it's March 10th, we're going to see what the judge going to say about every situation. But then, look, just get away from everything. Try to stay on point. If you're working, keep working, bro. And that's all I can tell you, man. It's always alhamdulillah, a Ramadan Mubarak.
Damn. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. It's very important that y'all do. Y'all know in my lives, I try to make sure that I drop some jewels and gems for the YNs in the back, man. You know what I'm saying? If I could reach one, get one to understand, man, make sure you, before you leave this earth, that, you know, you follow your assignment. We all got a purpose on this black tie, bro. And I honestly believe that God did not design us to grow up, go spin the block, go hit our ops, kill our ops, and spend the rest of our life in prison. Living in a kennel, bro, is not the way, bro. You know, a lot of times, you know, we used to glorify, yeah, nigga, I just did, nigga, 15 years in Soledad, nigga, or I did 8 in Folsom. That's not the way, bro. You see what I'm saying? You want to get a life insurance policy. Let me tell y'all something. I always preach to y'all about getting an IUL. You know what I'm saying? An index universal life insurance policy. That's something that you can capitalize behind. I promise you this. If you got enough bread, nigga, take $500, start that policy. Or go, you know, start some type of investment, bro. You know, you can go get a raw account and put $500 in there and invest in small companies, ETFs, and it's so much ways that y'all can get out here and make some money, homie. So if y'all watch my content, y'all know I ain't just preaching. I'm telling y'all some shit that I done been through. I done lived it. And you know, y'all watch my journey. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Like, hype, and subscribe, man, if you love your mama, man. We got more content coming on the way. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell. Yeah, like I always say, man, y'all been grand, man. I'll see you on the next video. Let's go.